Hey everybody, what's going on? Beautiful day today. Couldn't ask for much more as far as the weather anyway. Um, people, this video here, I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna start it like this. Anyway, that was something coming up there. I'm gonna start it like this. There is somebody in my life that I've known longer than my own kids. This person was one of them that now, if you guys, I don't know how far you guys have listened back on my videos, but yeah, my channel only goes back to 2015. That's because I was on Facebook and MySpace before that. I wasn't on YouTube. I didn't even move to YouTube until I had 7 Facebook pages that I was running, and 5 of them got taken down. I took the other 2 down. I had a lot of emails taken from me. I have been followed, and I know, and this is what kind of aggravates me. Some people, they like to say when people say they've been followed, you're just paranoid. Well, people, there's been enough investigations on me to prove that. From FBI, federal marshals. I'll tell you what, from the background check that I found that was piled up over here this thick, CIA, I don't know who's all background checked me in the last 20 years now. Before 20 years, or whatever it is, back to the towers. Now, when I watched what happened on 9/11 and what they were trying to tell us afterwards, that's what opened my eyes. I wasn't awake, but I was going stretching and everything. That's what opened my eyes, like the smell of bacon and sausage or pancakes or whatever in the mornings, or on Thanksgiving morning when you smell that turkey cooking, and all them pies and all that stuff that's been cooking overnight, and they've been making for 2 days before Thanksgiving, and you can smell it in the house when you wake up. That's what the towers was for me. It was that bacon morning, or that sausage morning, or that turkey morning, something like that. That's where my eyes, I was laying there all asleep, having beautiful dreams, and all of a sudden, that's what the towers were for me. Then, this person that I talked to today, they are one of them that started bringing stuff to me and showing me stuff online and different things that started waking me up. They weren't the only one. There was many people that's done that. And it's carried me down many rabbit holes. Some rabbit holes led to bullshit. Some rabbit holes led to truth. Other rabbit holes I don't even know, because I don't even understand what the hell that rabbit hole was even about. But this person now has known me, known I went to college, knows what kind of research I do, knows I put the time in to research. And tonight, now I don't get to talk to this person much. They work a lot. They got a family. I work. We're on kind of different schedules. Every now and then we talk on the phone, text, or whatever. We get to talk. It's usually short talks or whatever. And, you know, it's not, we don't really talk about a lot. Just spews of work and this and that. A lot of it's to do with what I do. But they know what word would I use? They know how in depth I can go with my research. Now, and there's a lot of people like this that I have found. Now, it's not just this person. And I've had these arguments with other people too. You know, they go around spewing. And I don't know, it sounds like they watch my videos, because then I hear them other places or even in conversations that I'm involved in, and they're almost verbatim using my wording. And so I know that people are repeating the same thing that I'm saying, whether they're hearing it from me or whether they're hearing it from somebody else. They're repeating the same things I'm saying. I mean, from all the lies, not just one or two lies. I'm talking about all the lies. You know, I'm talking about all of them. And when they're around me or talking to me, they kind of make me believe they believe what I'm saying. And then, you know, this person, let me just tell you this. This person told me that they got, well, before I tell you that, let me just tell you this. This person, his wife, and his family, I would run into a wall of acid to try and save, whatever. I would attempt it. If I thought that I could run through there and get them and save them, I would give it a shot, and whatever situation for this person. And it's really not fair of me, because I would do it for probably anybody. But this person knows this. And this person knows that what I think in my head, I believe. And I believe it strongly. And so, and they know my background. They know my research capabilities. They know a lot more than you guys know about me. Let's just put it like that. But this person, man, tonight, told me that they took the vaccine. And I was like, what? Why? I said, man, you know everything I've said about this thing. You know, I said, tell me something. If you took the vaccine, I said, do you believe they landed on the moon? This person said, I don't know. I said, do you believe in space? This person said, I don't know. I don't, you know, this. I asked him, I said, okay. I said, if you don't know, you don't want to know. And basically said, well, there's no way to prove it. There's no way to prove it. I said, man to man, do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I've lost my mind in my old age? Because this person knows me before I reached where I'm at today. And I said, do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I don't know what I'm talking about, that I haven't spent the time to prove to it, to prove to myself, to prove? And he looked at me and he said, no, I'm not saying that. He said, I know you research what and talk about what you find. And he says, but I think you research it and research it and research it until you find what you want that fits what you think. I said, you think I spend all this time researching in order to prove what I think is right and not? Now, this person knows me and said that I do so much research that I can prove what I say is right only because I have done so much research. I have found and only believe the things that I have found and believe that proves what I say to be true. And to a certain point, they're right. To a certain point, they're right. Because it doesn't matter what you think. Right now, on the internet, yes, you can find anything you want. You can find a site or somewhere that comes up with some kind of evidence that the sky is really pink, and because of your eyeballs and the way it's connected to your brain or something, it makes it look blue, but it's really pink. Now, I asked this person because they told me they got the vaccine, and I said, you didn't think that this could be a bad thing? I said, why do you think in the state of Ohio, they're offering $1 million to take the shot? Have you heard of that about cancer? Or have you heard of that about AIDS? Have you heard of that about anything? I said, you're talking about taking a shot for a vaccine. I've taken a vaccine for something that has a less than a 1% death rate. And you going down here and taking a shot for that. Did you take the flu shot? No. Did you wear the mask? No. You didn't take a flu shot. You didn't wear the mask. But today, you're telling me you got the vaccine. Yes. And like I said, I asked him, do you think I'm crazy? You think I'm out of my mind? No, I ain't saying none of that. And like he said, he just thought I could research. And because he knows the level of research that I do, that he thinks I make up this stuff in my head. And now this is somebody that claims to love me. That I make this stuff up in my head. This is how I want things to be. The mark of the beast is the mask. The mark of the beast is the shot. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip. The mark of the beast is whatever. I want to know that Bill Gates is behind all this. I want to know Fauci is full of shit. I want to know the woman running everything in the world right now is full of shit. So, please, God, guide me to the evidence that is false and put me in, give me this evidence so that I can spew it out. Just blows my mind. I haven't looked. I asked this person. I said, if for just a second I'm right, and there is a stairway to heaven and a highway to hell, if you're going along with everybody else, what part do you think you're going to be on? Well, see, this is where I realized they didn't even believe in God. And I did not know that. I did not know that. And I asked them if I said, hey, so you don't think there's a firmament between us and what you think is space? You can't prove it. And I said, oh, so you believe there's space in all these planets? Oh, well, they can't prove that either. And I said, it says in the Bible that Jesus said, my people will perish from the lack of knowledge. Now, I just asked you a few questions, and both times or several times, all the times, you said, I don't know. I said, what is that? If you don't know, what is that? And they go, I don't know. What do you mean? I said, is that, if you don't know, isn't that the lack of knowledge? Oh, no. What do you mean by that? Come on, people. If that don't sound like you're being guided by Satan, the devil, or the devil's herd, then let me straighten it out for you real quick. I'm not going to use the Bible. I'm not going to use no pseudo science, which is your evolution, your Big Bang Theory, which is anything that has no scientific, empirical scientific evidence. I'm going to use something that is called the second law of thermodynamics. Now listen to that word, the second law of thermodynamics. There's 4 of them. And they are what has been proven by the scientific method. And if you don't know what that is, people, I'm not going to be your daddy. Look it up. Gold standard to prove empirical scientific fact. Now, the second law of thermodynamics, when it talks about entropy, this is empirical evidence. It's natural law. No man has been able to break natural law as they deemed it years ago. Natural law. Scientists, using the scientific method, proved the 4 laws of thermodynamics are natural laws that cannot be broken. I've done videos after videos after videos on this, and this person knows it. Second law of thermodynamics, people. Once again, for this person, because I'm sure they're going to see this video. When it's dealing with entropy and pressure, or even gas pressure, but most of all, gas pressure, because that is what the words you guys use that believe this is a ball Earth, a globe flying through an imaginated space with trillions of other planets just like it, an unlimited amount, and space, and all this bullshit. You claim your atmosphere, which is your part of your brainwashing, is a gas pressure. Now, I want every one of you brain dead people to look that up. And I want you to explain to me, we won't even talk about gas pressure. We'll just talk about pressure. Just pressure, period. Tell me, how do you have pressure without a container? How do you have air pressure in your tire without the tire? How do you have pressure inside a balloon without the balloon? Now, it's not possible. Nobody's ever used a scientific method, which is the empirical gold standard of proving science, to prove that you can have air pressure without a container. Now, we're going to talk about gas pressure and entropy and the second law of thermodynamics. For those of you that think I have no proof at what I say, and we know you have no proof. Well, the molecules of gas go out in all directions until they hit the walls of a container. For without the container, they have nothing to bounce off of and cannot have pressure without a container. Gravity, people, even Einstein said was not a provable container. Now, you all admit yours, not mine, atmosphere has gas pressure. I think it's 17 to the something negative torr or some shit. And you claim that the higher in the air you go, the thinner the gas gets until there's just nothing. And then you're into an empty space, a vacuum that is endless vacuum of space. Now, I want to go back to the second law of thermodynamics, which is natural law, which is proven by the scientific method, empirically proven. And it states you cannot have gas pressure without a container. The gas moves out in all directions until it hits the walls of something. And then it bounces back, and the first thing it's going to do is try to build to an equilibrium, a balance of pressure. Without a container, you cannot have pressure. I've stated the facts. The second law of thermodynamics is natural law. You cannot break. I've shown you the scientific method has been used to verify that the second law of thermodynamics and entropy dealing with gas pressure, which you cannot have without a container. On top of that, we'll go even a little bit further. You prove gravity exists. You prove there's a molten, self-perpetuating molten iron core Earth. You prove an Earth radius. You prove the horizon. Because if the Earth is a ball, it is geometric. If it's geometric, it has a geometric edge. The horizon you claim is the geometric edge. How can it not be in the same place every day? The exact same location. If the Earth is a ball at a certain radius, the edge will always be in the same place. Now you prove Earth rotation. You prove Earth movement of any kind. And saying, I don't know, isn't an answer. I've given you facts. Facts. You've given me nothing. And as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sorry, and I told you to your face, you've taken something you can't ever get out of your body. So make sure you run back and get that second shot too. The only thing I'm going to ask you is this. What happens in the long run if the people that took the shot become the threat to humanity? Not the people that didn't wear the mask, not the people that didn't take the shot. They aren't going to become the people that are a threat to humanity. The threat will be you and every one of you people who line up and take the mark of the beast. You will be the threat. It won't be me. It will be you. This person I know loves me. That loves me. He would die for me. He would die for me. And he knows I'd die for him in a second. And for us to be so far apart, when in other times that we're around each other, he says the same things I do, talks just like I do, it claims to believe the same things I do, but he don't. And he finally admitted it. I mean, how would that make you guys feel? Seriously, I mean, for any of you that might watch this, 7 people that might watch this video, how would that make you feel? You know? I mean, I've gotten to the point, this is such a, what was the name of that show? Outer Limits episode. I've woke up into a Outer Limits episode that I can't get out of. And I can't make sense out of none of it. And the people that are in it are out of their damn minds. Thing of it is, in the show, I'm the crazy one. I'm the one out of my mind. Or that's what everybody thinks. You know what, people? It's 30 minutes. I'm done. You guys, I've told you before, I'll say it again. The only way out of this is through Jesus Christ. Make no mistake, God loves you and so do I. But this was my rant for tonight. Till next time.